Second chapter. Now, what we were learning previously, we have completed or not? Constitutional design हो गया. Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, you are telling me to take a history, second lesson. Socialism, no? You don't sit so much. Second lesson not taken? So that lesson is going to come, no? Nakshatra did not join. Ashya join. Ashya join. Nakshatra not joined, no? No. Ashya.
Two minutes, ma'am. I'm having some Wi-Fi issue.
Wi-Fi issue is there. Okay. But you can hear me, no?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. I want. Okay, no problem. Just you, all of your this thing, schools, that lesson is over. Come to, I don't know why you are sitting back. Actually, what? Your school also that lesson over, no? Now when
first chapter second chapter हमारी पढ़ने अभी चालू है.
Okay. Okay, but anyhow, when will be your exam? August first week. So this lesson is going to come, no?
Yes, ma'am.
I think this is the lesson left out. Rest all we have completed, no?
Yes.
Socialism. Hello, sir. Why are you sitting like that? Come here. Okay, listen. Now, socialism. Okay. You were informed about that today social ka class hai karke na?
Yes, ma'am.
No, this girl Nakshatra did not join. No, that is why I was having doubt. What is the problem? Yes, we have studied in our previous lesson about one ism, that is nationalism.
I was not there, so I'm absolutely.
No, French Revolution you studied or not? But French Revolution is taught to you, no?
अरे वो वाली पिक्चर है सुना अच्छा नहीं वो तो आ गई बात है आज से लिखा रहा हूँ
हाँ
तेरा पर पूरा
है
जल्दी 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 जल्दी
रिवीजन
हाँ जल्दी पढ़ा
ओके
दो लेक्चर है ना आज
हाँ
मैम एनसीईआरटी से मैं थोड़ा सा वॉल्यूम से एनसीईआरटी में बहुत बड़ा
but no when I start my nature is like that it's everything I will go to let it
not for us only but
You-
extra lecture of later
हाँ
Wednesday extra lecture no the regular lecture
ma'am we can keep it for completing our portion
no extra means that day no everyone is having no 1 hour only yes okay I don't know anyhow both are same day only okay anyhow it's in my hand only I have to complete okay What do you know about French Revolution? Any idea about? Tell.
French Revolution minute I'm like in what sense should I use?
Huh?
ma'am
What
Louis
sense should I use?
Louis in 64 was selfish
King and
he was
Hmm.
16 and 20
अरे 16 king था वो
he got 20 years old and he got married
Marie Antoinette was her
Antoinette. Antoinette.
from
Austria.
yeah
Austria.
See, that is not our thing who he married. What was that? French Revolution was the first revolution in the history of the world to establish equality, liberty, fraternity, democracy, etc.
yes
Okay. So
The women
listen. No. Got it? Okay. The first time in the history of the world that France only such a revolution started to establish equality, liberty, fraternity, and democracy. Okay. So why it all happened? So your lesson, listen very fast. I have to go. That when you study about that textbook, when you go through, the first page show about that throwing open that Bastille prison. Have you seen that they throw open the revolutionaries throw open the Bastille prison? Only 7 prisoners, but what is the importance of that? See, this was the symbol of royal family. Means country's existence depends upon that prestige, depends upon that prison. We know that in India, Tihar jail is there. Like that, some jails are there. If the prisoners in that jail is released, means that is going to affect the government. The country's prestige will be affected. So this way, that one Bastille prison was thrown open and released the prisoners and completely broken into pieces. Completely broken into pieces, and that pieces were sold in the market, and people purchased it as souvenir. Okay. Now this happened on 1789 July 14th. Okay. So this day is considered as the Independence Day of France. That is why it is given in the beginning, this incident. Now we are going to study about why these all things happen. So we have to divide that causes into 4 parts. One is that social causes. Social causes. Then we have to study about political causes. Then we will study about economic and intellectual causes. So, what was the social cause? You can find that is medieval period. Medieval period, the society was called as that old regime. What is that? I'll tell you. Hmm?
What about this?
I'll tell you. That only. Bastel prison, I told you, no, this day it happened. Now, why it all happened is coming here. Why? That is what one thing is that social causes. Social causes is that during that period, the medieval period. Sorry. Medieval period, the society was called as what? Old regime. This word you have to remember. Okay. In the old regime, the society was divided into 3 estates. The first estate consists of second estate nobles and third commons. Commons are again subdivided. You be very attentive. Then you people request only I am taking this lesson. So the commons are again subdivided into 3 different categories. They are big businessmen, merchants, court officials, lawyers. Below that, peasants and artisans who own land. And the lowest category, small peasants, landless labor, and servants. So this way, third estate, 1, 2, 3 groups. Okay. Now, the majority of the population comes from that about 90% of the population consists of the commons. Clear or not?
Yes.
Now, this one, why it is a big issue?
Because we have to pay all of it.
No, this first 2 estates were considered as the privileged classes. Privileged. And this one, commons considered as the unprivileged. That is, all the high post and status in the society were enjoyed by that first 2 estates. They were exempted from the taxes. And the third estate, they don't have any that post also. They have to pay the tax burden. Now, this made the society into 2 big gaps. What is that? Here, this commons constitute 90% of the population, but have only 40% of the land. 40% of the land. Commons.
Okay.
Okay. So, there was vast disparity between that the first 2 class and the third class.
Yes.
This made them, that is, it was not a situation of 1 year or 2 years. Hundreds of years they were facing this problem. Okay, but they were not having any voice. They could not express their dislike, unhappiness, etc. Now, what was the other problem? Let's see, keep this much in your mind. What was the society? How was the society? Now, the political causes, when it comes, you told about this Bourbon, this thing, spelling, you have to check. Bourbon dynasty. Textbook only.
Where? Oh, my God.
Hmm.
Ma'am, Bourbon biscuit was Spanish. Ma'am, born ago.
Hmm.
Born, only born.
Okay, okay. Huh? Correct, na?
Yes.
Okay. Bourbon dynasty was ruling over.
Yes,
And at that time, the king was Louis XVI.
ascended the throne.
Okay. He became the king at a very young age because the hereditary this thing is there. Now, that dynasty believed in divine right theory of kingship. If it is not found, you just write. Or Ashia, are you able to see the board?
Yes, ma'am.
So hearing, understanding now?
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
This is French Revolution only. I don't know, that is, they are telling that it is not taught, so I am taking it. Okay. Got it?
Some divine.
Right theory of kingship. Are you writing? Right, fast. Don't waste time.
Okay, sure.
Absolute monarchy. These words are important because you just write fast. Eh? Okay. What is divine right theory? That is, they believed that king is the representative of God on earth.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And absolute monarchy means king, unquestionable authority. Anything the king could do. So this was the practice prevailed for hundreds of years.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this way they did everything to control that other section, that means the commons. One student only joined, the other one not, Nakshatra not. Okay. So you understood that one. Then how it become a problem? See, now this king, when he ascended the throne, American War of Independence was taken place. War of Independence. This American War of Independence was that 13 American colonies were there. Are you here? No, this thing is going in between. You cannot, you just be very much attentive. Listening, but your hand is working somewhere. Okay. American War of Independence, what? American colonies were established by the European migrants. It included people from different parts of Europe. Once they settled and established the colonies, Britain began to rule on them. On this 13 colonies of America. Okay. So now these colonies were telling that we are the people from different countries. We are living our own country. That is, we made our colonies. So you cannot rule on us. So there was a war between these colonies with Britain. Now France supported American colonies. See, there was no need for France to support.
But France also lost.
Wait, France did not lose. Economically, France was very bad condition. She took loan and used it for waging war. France was a very bad economic condition.
But they fought with Britain, right?
The reason was that there was a rivalry between Britain and France always. So Britain के against जो fight करता है उसको support करने के लिए गया. That much was the. So here, because of the American War of Independence, economically it became very poor condition. It took loan and wage war. Next is that you have told about the queen. Who was the queen? You tell me. Austria only. Marie Antoinette. She was not Antoinette. She had a lavish lifestyle. Spent large amount of money for her lavish lifestyle. So first of all, economy was in a bankrupt stage and the lavish spending of Queen. So that is why we are studying about Marie Antoinette. Otherwise, there was no need to talk about the wife. We need to tell about the king only. But here the wife is also mentioned because she spent lavishly or extravagant lifestyle when the country was in financial crisis. Okay. So political condition you understood? Now let's move to economic condition. It does be concerned. You told that one not to use this one. So now this one I am using. How they are cleaning, I don't know. Yes. For economic causes, you have to include that one. France engaged in the war with Britain, supporting that American colonies. Then it had taken loan for waging war. So she was having a huge financial burden of 2 billion livres. Okay. So this one, livres, that is the currency of France at that. So livres, 2 billion livres was the burden at that. So that was the background, economic conditions background. Then we have studied about socially that taxes were paid by that commons, third estate people. This time, the king decided they had to pay some extra taxes. Extra taxes like tithe to clergies.
Yes, ma'am, I know this.
And tail.
Yes, ma'am.
to state government, means country. Okay, this type of taxes they have to. Now, 2 billion livers burden is the king decided to call estate general. Estate general is like the parliament. Okay. Estate general consists of all the 3 estate members. So king decided to call it after around 170 years. So that is, in order to increase the tax, king decided to call the estate. So earlier this was called give. I'll tell you. Estate.
This panel. This one.
Now, 2 billion livers, France had to pay with a 10% interest. Okay. Now, to meet the regular expenses, maintaining the army, court, universities, and all, the country was finding it very difficult. So, the king decided to call that estate general. Okay. So, estate general, when it was called earlier, earlier it was called in 1640. Now we are talking about 1789. So how many years you just subtract, that is once this one, how many years it was not called? Fast. 175. I think so. Correct, no? Okay. So after 175 years, the king decided to call that estate general. Clear?
Yes.
Now, that is what the economic goes. Now, what I have told, switch off. Next is intellectual course. What is intellectual course? Intellectual course means we know that philosophers and thinkers were there. These philosophers and thinkers, they taught the people about their condition and need to revolt against. See, if the people were remaining in the same condition for long, they don't understand that they are denied their rights. What rights they are having, they don't know. Now, these thinkers explain to them about their rights. Russo, Voltaire, Montesquieu. So these thinkers began to explain to the people about the condition. See, for example, Russo told that
one of them had a problem, right? So he always stayed in the boundary.
See, that all we are not going to study about. We are going to see that what thoughts were propagated.
Yes.
One was that this Russo told, man is born free, yet everywhere he is in chains. Means French people, when they are born, they are free persons. But once they are born and then they started living, they are made to live under controls. They are made as slaves. They are made as so many controls. So that is why intellectuals activities were very important. So what were the teachings propagated by them? Let's see. Say John Locke, Jean-Jacques Rousseau. So first person is John Locke. He wrote a book. The book's name is Two Treatises of Government. Two Treatises of Government. Two Treatises. It is the name of the book. Two Treatises of Government. So, through this book, he criticized the divine right theory of kingship. What was the importance of that book? That is, he criticized the divine right theory. Got it? See, sometimes the name of the book will come, or that another one that who authored, what was the idea propagated. So that is why you should understand. Okay. Now, Russo, he wrote the book named Social Contract. Social Contract. What was that social contract? It was a form of government based on, it was a form of government based on a contract between people and their representatives. People and their representatives. Now, third one, Montesquieu. The spirit of laws. Spirit of laws. LAWS. Through the spirit of laws, he proposed the division of power between executive, you're right. What is that? Division of power between executive, legislature, and judiciary. Legislature and judiciary. If you did not find, you write no. Okay, got it?
Yes, ma'am.
So these ideas were propagated among the children, among the people. So people began Among the children. Okay. Now I am propagating among the laws. LAWS. You just have to say this so that. Okay. I understood that. But it won't, according to me, it won't look like a C. My C is like that, no? Okay. So this reached to the people, and then the people that conceived that ideas, and then the movement started.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I'm going to explain with another topic. Now the next important development is subsistence crisis. Subsistence crisis or struggle to survive. Or struggle to same struggle to survive. Now listen very carefully, then afterwards see what will happen. We have seen the economic condition of France.
Yes, ma'am.
And we have also learned about that. She left. We have also learned about that condition of the people, condition of the country, condition of the people. Now they were not having even food to eat. When such a condition was there was a big problem for them. People come to that, that is women used to come to that shops for getting bread, for purchasing bread. Now when they were there and finally not getting, what will be the condition? So they will fight among themselves. See, whenever this condition I am going to explain, one incident come to in my mind was that
the food rights.
Food rights later on only. See what happened long back in this thing, Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, everywhere. Gas connection was not there. Very less. It was just introducing only. So that time, kerosene used to be supplied to that through ration shops. People used to go and stand in long queues to wait for this thing, kerosene. And the number of people will be more than what supply have reached. So when they were standing in lines, what happened? Their own pejan wala ko bhi uske andar gusa deta hai. So those people who are standing in the hot sun from early morning onwards, so they will get irritated. One day, what happened, that is half the line also not over. This way, people coming and I say, baat karke andar घुसे. एक person उधर होएगा, 5 person घुस. तो पीछे वाले को क्या होता है? नहीं मिलता है ना. So they got so annoyed and they just went to that shop where brooms were there. Brooms मतलब वो खराटा, that normal फूल झाड़ू नहीं है, the other one खराटा. So उधर से उठा के blew and they started beating. Means this way the people, when they were standing in the queues, they were not getting the food.
Yes, ma'am.
The women were there and women wanted to feed their children. That is why they were. So finally, they were not getting this condition become worse when there was a crop failure. Food problem become worse.
Yes, ma'am.
So that condition often happening in Europe and France at that time. So that condition is termed as subsistence crisis. See, population increase, there was a great demand for food and the food was not available. There was a food shortage. Because of that, prices started rising. And after the rise of prices, what happened? They could not afford that buying that. They did not get the food. Starvation and starved people finally die. So this condition is termed as subsistence crisis. Okay, that is 2 minutes time. I will give you to read that one, struggle to survive. Everyone's book is there, and volume also you read. Volume में और टेक्स्ट बुक में एक ऐसा एक चार्ट एक्टिविटी दिया है, उसमें बॉक्सेस दिया है उधर फिल करने का. आपको वो समझने के बाद उधर क्या फिल करने का वो फिल करो. एक्टिविटी का हेडिंग भी फ्रॉम दैट यू जस्ट ट्राई टू फिल. Okay, everyone, after reading activity, fill in the blank boxes. Headings are given, what to fill. You just read and fill.
Yes, ma'am.
Bad harvest शुरू है वो. इसमें आंसर देंगे ना.
Completed? No, I have told only that part. No, that घर में जाके read करने का अभी मेरे को कम. You completed that one subsistence crisis. Subsistence crisis. What you have filled that column? You just tell no. Huh? Fully. See, activity that all the words are given. So you have to fill in.
Reading of disease and
Okay, who has completed? You completed? First. Then I have to move to next. I will not explain each and everything. Important parts only. From this, you select whatever is coming. Activity का word दिया है ना.
Grain first है, फिर food second.
No, food right नहीं है. Second, what is that?
Food, नहीं, rising food prices. Second.
Dictatorial.
Third.
No,
The poorest can no longer buy bread.
उसके नीचे दो है. क्या क्या होता है? One is food right, weaker bodies.
First and second is scarcity of grain and rising food prices. Then weaker body is fourth. And third is food riot.
Then one more is there. Increased last one.
पांच डब्बे दिए हैं. अच्छा, increase in number of deaths.
Got it, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Got. See, last one is increased number of death. Disease and epidemics के बाद increased number of death.
rising food prices.
See,
Weaker bodies.
see, first, second, third one is given. उसके नीचे दो columns है. Okay. What is that? The poorest can no longer buy bread. उसके नीचे दो है. One is one to be that weaker bodies. Another is food riot. Then, because of that, what happened? Diseases and epidemics are there, and due to that riot, what happened? Increased number of death. You just write it. First, you write.
Right here.
Hmm.
Of grain, like
Hmm.
and number 2 will be this increase in the rising food prices.
Rising food prices.
And here here ma'am.
Weaker bodies one and food riot.
This will be food right, right?
Then increased number of death. Shubham, you have written?
Nice scarcity of grain.
You just show him. Done. Show me. Very good, very good. Okay. Now, see, I am not going to discuss about the rise of the middle classes and all, because the middle classes only, among them only that philosophers, teachers, professionals and all emerged. And we have already studied about they propagated new ideas. Okay. Now, next important development, see how the outbreak of the revolution have taken place. Here, your attention is required. Reading at home. Okay. Outbreak of revolution. How? See, we have seen king called estate general. Okay. Estate general after how many years? 175 years. Okay. So the estate general was met on 5th May 1789. Okay, 5th May 1789. Now, in the estate general, all the 3 estate people are there. Understood? So, all the 3 estate, each estate each estate that is okay. Now you may think that what is the problem? There only actual revolt started. See, discussion over. No discussion actually was there. King decided to increase the taxes. It was presented and put for voting. That was the normal condition. So actually voting is like that. Each one vote. Understood? Each month 300 members will give one vote. Another 300 will give one vote. Then the 600 also will give one vote. But the third state people told that this should be given that each person one vote. One person one vote. So in that, I told I will not explain all this thing, that is for reading purpose. Okay. So what was the problem that these people told that is it should not be like that. One house, one vote no, each person should be given. Let whatever be the fate. That if all are against or all are supporting, whatever is that, everyone should be allowed to vote. King did not allow. So the third state people boycotted. They came out. They just went to the nearby tennis court to form a national assembly. National Assembly to frame the constitution. They decided that till framing the constitution, we will not get dispersed. So they went to the, that is, we know that France is very much known for that lawn tennis as well as what tennis is that? It is within that also tennis is there. So both the types. So tennis court inside that Versailles. Okay, Versailles Palace. So they went there to form that constitution and they started the work. When they started, let us see that formation of the representative of the third estate viewed themselves spokesperson for the whole French nation. On 20th June 1789, they assembled in the hall of the indoor tennis court in the grounds of Versailles. So when they started that work, 20th June. So then afterwards, what happened? They declared themselves as National Assembly, and so not to disperse till they had drafted the Constitution of France that would limit the powers of the monarch. They were led by Mirabeau and Abbé Sieyès. Mirabeau and Abbé Sieyès, they belong to that upper classes, the first and second estate. One person belonged to that clergy, another person belonged to that nobility. Okay. Then Mirabeau was born in a noble family, but was convinced the need to do away with the society of feudal privileges. Okay. Next, Abbé Sieyès, originally a priest, wrote an influential pamphlet called What is the Third Estate? So what was the name of the pamphlet written by Abbé Sieyès? Third Estate. So they started the work of that preparing the constitution.